SJ Distributor Safety Training. In today's safety training, we're going to be talking about our blind spots and also how we can go ahead and work on our safety steps. Remember, never raise your forks when moving forward. You will go ahead and block your view completely. You need to remember that when the load is too high, you need to drive in reverse so you can go ahead and have a clear view. As you can see in this picture, the operator has a clear view, but also needs to remember that he needs to have the load at least 6 inches away from the floor, so he can be safe. Don't forget that the loads are unstable when moving and raising the forks at the same time. Especially when the load is too heavy, it tends to shake to one side and another, and the product can easily fall. As you can see in this picture, the operator is really close to hit the wall. Remember that the safety of others and the safety of yourself are priority in the warehouse. Additional safety details. Whenever you put in a pallet on top of the racks, you need to make sure that the pallet is in good condition. Now, is this pallet in good condition? Well, from the position you operate your equipment, you can tell if the pallet is in good or in bad shape. Now, if the pallet is in bad shape, please bring it down and swap it for a good pallet, or go ahead and then put it on top of a good pallet. When you're gonna go ahead and then bring the product up, you need to make sure you keep your distance as well. Always remember to have a clearance. When you're gonna go ahead and then drop your product, please make sure you tilt up a little bit. Then proceed to go ahead and drop your product. In this case, you will go ahead and then avoid hitting the wire decks, any racks, or any beams. One of the other steps that you need to remember is that you need to have at least 18 inches clear from the ceiling to the product. And this is a requirement by OSHA and fire department. And don't forget to look around for any beams, racks, especially sprinklers. Now let's go ahead and then take a look into our short training video. This video will be related to bring the product down from the racks. As you can see in this video, the operator needs to line up his equipment first before raising the forks. Now when the operator is ready to go, he will go ahead and then raise the forks up. Make sure you follow all safety standards, do it in a safety manner, don't rush. Now when the operator is ready, he needs to go ahead and then get close to the load. Make sure he extends the forks out. One of the other steps that needs to ensure that he goes all the way inside the pallet. Tilt up a little bit. Raise up the pallet just a few inches so you can be clear from the rack. Then bring the product towards you. Now when you're moving out, make sure you look around. Now that you're in a safe place, you can go ahead and then bring the product. Bring the product first. Don't drive. Bring it first, make sure you're safe to go. Then you can go ahead and then proceed. Now let's go ahead and take a look into our second video. Our second video will be related to bringing the product up to the racks. Let's go ahead and then take a look into our short video. As you can see in this video, the operator is driving in reverse because he is going to go ahead and then put a pallet next to the wall. Remember, when putting a pallet next to the wall, it'll be better if you get your forklift in reverse first, so in this case it'll be easy for you to line it up with the position. You need to ensure that you look around, make sure you are aware of your surrounding. When you go ahead and then line up your equipment and it's ready to go ahead and then lift your product. Make sure you get closer to the location slowly. Don't rush yourself. We don't want you to have an accident or hit anything. When it's clear to go ahead and then drop your product, make sure you extend your forks out first. Then drop the product. Don't forget to have a good clearance from the wire decks or any beams. When you're ready, go ahead and bring the forks towards you. Driving in reverse, make sure to look around. Bring the forks down first. Make sure they're safe to go ahead and then proceed. Then you can go ahead and then drive away. Now let's go ahead and then take a look into the video. As you can see in this video, the operator raises the forks and drives at the same time. You can easily hit anything or anyone that is in front of you, especially when you're working inside the freezer or the cooler. Now, when you're moving product out of the racks, you have to make sure that you do the right turn. This time the operator decides to do the wrong turn. He can easily hit the product behind him, and he can easily hit the rail or anything that is around him. Please make sure you look to your surrounding. This is what happens when you don't pay attention to your surrounding. You can easily hit anything or anyone. You have to make sure that you follow up all safety standards that is provided to you by SJ distributors. Remember, be safe. Thank you.